Beginning Thursday, May 15th, 2025. This is Chief Meteorologist John Ensworth for Longmont Public Media. Tuesday, May 20th, we have a third quarter moon in the morning sky, 50%. The sun is looking quiet, but it actually is quite active over here, and the sunspot departing over here both cause some geomagnetic disturbances. So sunrise is now backed up to 5:43. Sunset has moved forward to 8:41. That's correct. And we've gained only 13 instead of 17 minutes. And that'll slow down as we get from May into June until we hit June 21st, the summer solstice, where we'll stop gaining any time of our longest day. Again, drought conditions. Things are a little better along I-25 and a little worse in the west. I can back it up and then move forward again. Nationally, not much changes. There's a little drought relief in the Midwest and a little worsening in drought in the Southwest, but that's not a big change. Against smoke forecast, Friday p.m., that's as far out as I could go. We are being skipped from smoke, so the haze that you see out there is moisture. Hence, every afternoon we're getting clouds. We won't do this for too many more weeks, but watching the snow history going up to here. Yep, when we get down into here, I'll just stop including this as part of the show. But we're at 47% for snowpack. You can see we're way below that beautiful green line. In the past, we've been as high as this. Pretty amazing. Looking at overall precipitation, though, how much water we've gotten, it's not so bad, 86%. The nice thing about snowpack is it releases more slowly, gets us later into or further into the summer with good stream runoff. So if it's low and gets too hot too fast, then we dry up too quickly. Precipitation was limited to north of Denver, but it was a really good storm. It was pretty much a surprise, I have to say, to meteorologists. It was 30% chance of showers the night before. In the morning, it jumped to 50, and by late morning, it was 100%. Like, oh boy, and it became pretty significant. This is a half inch to an inch. I think I had 0.45 or 0.47 at my house in Longmont. Here's 0.50, 0.51, 0.5, a little bit lower to the southwest, 0.3, third of an inch, quarter of an inch, like that. But someone got 2/3 of an inch down here in Longmont. So, yeah. Looking at the expected expansion of, I think, is that it? Fourth week. We're pretty deep into the third tier of severe weather expectations. So 3% chance of severe weather on a given day within 25 miles of you. Of course, most days there isn't anything. But yeah, keep an eye on the skies. We don't have anything for Thursday. Friday we're high and dry. Saturday we have a chance of convection. Looking the western mountains getting some precipitation and a little bit of precipitation on the western slopes. Days for Saturday and for Sunday, we get some showers into northeast Colorado along I-25 and a little more snow in the mountains. I know high temperatures go from 71 to 76. It's a big jump. I mean, 5 degrees right there. 42 to 47, another big jump. 5 degrees over 10 days. So yeah, we're past Mother's Day. If you want your sprinklers on, good. But I think we're going to get some precipitation Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Probably you can push it. Save that water bill. You can see a dip in temperatures with that system. But while the heat's still here, we might have some severe weather. We'll see. So there's our cloudiness going into the beginning of the week, and then pretty sunny for most of the week. There's our chance of thunder. Chance of rain is a little higher on Monday, even though there's not as much. Tuesday, 2/3 of an inch. So that's a inch of water if that pans out over the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday period. So another wet beginning of a week. Sounds like a pattern. For peak wind gusts, we're calm on Saturday, but definitely windier with that system moving in, especially on Sunday. Here is the infrared satellite image, and you can see the low clouds causing snow and precipitation in the mountains. Got some rain up there too, below 10,000 feet. Pretty much high and dry here. As the flow goes over the mountain, the air sinks and the clouds evaporate. putting this into motion, here's the trough that caused the storms a day ago. And then we have this little thing coming in Sunday into Monday. Here comes Sunday, Monday. That trough is what's the cutoff low, rolling around in the bottom of the trough. It's causing the extended showery behavior at the beginning of the week. The ridge comes back. We have north flow though, so the ridge is trying to make us warm, but the north winds keep us cool until we get the west winds. But then the trough flattens out with this system passing way up here in Canada. Going near the end of the loop, the ridge is building again in the west, drying everybody out and warming them up. Looking at temperatures, cool air with the trough in the west, just a little below normal. It feels nice out there. Right around normal going into the weekend. The trough approaching is bringing cooler air to our west. That arrives on Monday. Sunday storms, so that's chilly. It's cooler than normal, yeah, but normal is becoming quite warm now. And it hangs around into Thursday, Friday, and then sinks off to the southeast, and we get, without ridge coming back, the much above normal temperatures for next weekend. Looking at atmospheric moisture and precipitatable water, we're dry here at the beginning of the loop. Coming into the weekend, a little bit of Pacific moisture coming in. Then here comes the Gulf moisture wrapping around the low for Monday, Tuesday. So right on the border there between moist air and not. So central southern Colorado might get skipped this time. And then later in the loop it dries out. Surface moisture with the dew points initially pushing dry air in Thursday into Friday. Saturday is still nice, but here's 30 and 40 dew points, mid 40, 50 dew points not far away. Bad choice there, Apple. Hopefully there wasn't anything sensitive. So going into Wednesday, lots of moisture wrapping around that low, just to the east of the Rockies. Then we'll look at the precipitation. Yep, dry at the beginning, through the weekend, very nice. We're not looking for storms until Sunday, and then the low forms, and yeah, we got some storms heading northern Colorado and out. Here comes some from the southwest, southern Colorado, a little snow in the mountains, and then by Wednesday it's out. So that doesn't look like the same coverage that we were expecting, but again, like the last one, could surprise us and really dump some water and some thunderstorm activity on us. Going to the 24th, it's all nice and clear. So over the next 5 days, precipitation is largely in the mountains, but a little bit on the lower plains. Snow is confined to the high mountains, and even then 2 to 4 inches. For the next 10 days, it doesn't look, it's more water, but it's not much more impressive. So yeah. So 70s through the end of the week, into the beginning of the weekend, we cool down to the 60s below normal. Chance of thunderstorms Sunday and Monday. Still some showers possible on Tuesday, and then drying out for Wednesday. 40s all the way through in the evening. So yeah, no freeze damage. You can plant your plants out there. We're past Mother's Day. 2 weeks from now, we saw that ridge coming back in the west, and the Weather Service sees it too, saying that's going to be above normal temperatures and below normal precipitation. That's it. This has been Chief Meteorologist John Ensworth, wishing you to keep looking up.